As extreme storms pound parts of the world and cause severe flooding, experts say the threat of climate change is growing more dire by the day.
Rising sea levels are a big part of it, threatening coastal communities across the globe.
In the U.S., many of those areas house critical military hubs. So let's verify. Do rising sea levels impact national security? Our sources, a Virginia state official, the director of a national security think tank, and a study by the Department of Defense.
Do rising sea levels impact national security? Well, of course they do.
John Conger heads the Center for Climate and Security. He points to the dozens of military installations along the U.S. coastline.
When rising sea levels impact that infrastructure, whether it's by flooding or storm surge, that impacts operations, it impacts readiness.
A 2019 report on climate change by the Department of Defense found 53 military installations are battling recurrent flooding, and that number is growing. Some face permanent inundation of property within decades.
If the base can't do its job, then it threatens national security.
Norfolk, Virginia is home to the world's largest naval station, which houses billions of dollars in assets. They're already dealing with nuisance flooding, and it'll only get worse, with Virginia's sea level expected to rise close to 5 feet by 2100.
And that's going to increase to a certain number of hours a day that you can't get access to the installation, because roads will flood.
That has a ripple effect. It might impact preparation long term.
Ann Phillips is the special assistant to the governor of Virginia for coastal adaptation and protection.
You might delay going to sea or being able to fly a mission or doing some sort of land training because of weather.
When you've got higher sea levels and you get a normal storm, then it has a bigger impact.
In 2018, Hurricane Michael pounded Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida, leaving behind billions of dollars of damage and a long recovery.
If another crisis were to happen at the same time that you're being impacted by the storm, whether it's during the storm or in the aftermath of it, your ability to respond it becomes more challenged.
The Department of Defense gives the military millions of dollars for resilience funding every year through their Readiness and Environmental Protection Integration Program. Congress has asked every military base to do its own resilience assessment and make a plan. Right now, Naval Station Norfolk is spending $43 million to raise the flood walls around their shipyard.
It's not just flooding here in the U.S. Rising waters pose security threats overseas as well.
In some countries, sea level rise could displace millions of people, destabilizing governments in the coming decades, leading to more conflict for the U.S. or humanitarian need overseas.
So we can verify, rising sea levels do threaten national security. With your Verify, I'm Gabe Cohen.